The history of Mekoryuk, Alaska, is deeply intertwined with the rich cultural heritage of the Nunavummiut people, also known as the Nunavak Kupig. This small village on Nunavak Island has a history spanning thousands of years, marked by resilience, adaptation, and a strong connection to the land and sea. Early history and indigenous presence. Ancient inhabitants. The Nunavummiut people have inhabited Nunavak Island for over 2,000 years, making their living through subsistence hunting, fishing, and gathering. They developed a unique culture, language, and intricate knowledge of their environment. Isolation and self-sufficiency. Due to its remote location, Nunavak Island remained relatively isolated from outside influences for centuries. The Nunavummiut people developed a self-sufficient way of life, relying on their traditional skills and resources. Contact with the outside world. Russian exploration. The first recorded contact with Europeans occurred in 1821 when Russian explorers from the Russian-American Company arrived on the island. They noted the presence of 400 people living in 16 villages. Missionary influence. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, missionaries arrived on Nunavak Island, introducing Christianity in Western education. While some Nunavummiut embraced these new ideas, others resisted, preferring to maintain their traditional ways of life. Challenges and resilience. Epidemics. In the early 20th century, epidemics, such as influenza and measles, decimated the Nunavummiut population. The 1900 influenza epidemic, for example, left only 4 surviving families in Mekoryuk. Reindeer herding. In the 1920s, reindeer herding was introduced to the island as a means of supplementing the local food supply. This practice had a significant impact on the Nunavummiut way of life, both positively and negatively. Government intervention. The U.S. government's policies, such as forced relocation and assimilation programs, also affected the Nunavummiut people. However, the community's resilience and strong cultural identity allowed them to persevere through these challenges. Modern times and cultural preservation. Community development. In recent decades, Mekoryuk has experienced significant development, with the construction of schools, clinics, and other essential infrastructure. Cultural revitalization. The Nunavummiut people have actively worked to preserve their cultural heritage through language revitalization, traditional arts and crafts, and cultural events. Subsistence lifestyle. Subsistence hunting, fishing, and gathering remain central to the Nunavummiut way of life, providing both sustenance and a strong connection to the land and sea.